Hi guys, it's Shay here. I just wanted to pop in. It's been a really long time and I've been saying for months that I was going to film this update video, so I'm finally here filming the update and a final update for Wegovy, which most of you probably know. I started Wegovy last year. I think it was May I started, yeah. And when I started Wegovy, I was 190 pounds and my weight today is 100. I fluctuate between like 135 and 138 pounds. So I go in between that frame, but I like to stay within that frame of weight. So I've lost all in all about 55 pounds on Wegovy. And yeah, I really had a very positive experience with it. I know there's a lot of judgment, a lot of criticism behind, Wegovy and people who take Wegovy, but I will say it's been a blessing for me in my house, and I am appreciative, and I thank God, that I was able to achieve this weight loss and even maintain this weight loss so far. Yeah, so I am no longer on Wegovy. I've been off of it for pretty much like 6 months now. I stopped using Wegovy back in January when I hit the 130s. I felt like I was losing weight and I couldn't stop because my appetite was just completely gone, even on the maintenance dose. So I decided to stop. I did not like how skinny I was looking because, as you know, you begin to lose muscle mass, and for me, I just didn't feel like I appeared to be healthy, and that's important to me, to just like look like I'm healthy on the outside. So I ended up stopping the Wegovy. My insurance has covered it and continued to cover it until June of this year. So they recently because they review your weight and everything, and then like for mine every 6 months they will just approve it by the month. So they've approved it until June of this year. I've decided on my own not to move forward taking Wegovy any longer. Always knew that I didn't want to like be on it for life. I know that that's a recommendation. It's just to like stay on the maintenance dose forever, but I didn't want to rely on it. Like I'm young enough where I feel like now that I've gotten the progress and I've gotten where I am, I need to just work to continue where I am, stay where I am. Or if I ever want to lose, which I'm pretty sure I won't want to lose anymore. I'm pretty happy with how I look. I've gone up and down. I've gone down to like 132, almost 130, and I've been like, okay, no, I don't like that version of myself. Even like toned and everything, I wasn't a fan. Like I like a little bit more meat on my bones. So your personal preference. For me, yeah, 135 is the lowest I will go weight wise. Yeah, I got some questions on my last video and I wanted to write those questions down and make sure I answered that for you guys. Someone asked if I buy it monthly. So yes, it is a monthly, like you do get the prescriptions monthly. There's 4 pens that come into a box and you would take an injection each week from that box. I didn't personally buy it. My insurance covered it completely. For last year, for 2023, it was completely free. Like I didn't even have a copay or a deductible, anything like that. This year, actually in January, some changes were made to my insurance, so I did have to come out of pocket $25 each month, but that's still not bad because I do think that they go for about $1,000 a box. I don't know, I could be making that up, but I do know that it's pretty pricey if your insurance is not covering it. So for me, I was blessed. My insurance completely covered it, so I did not have to come out of pocket. Someone made a comment that was like, you were already small before, and I was like, well, thanks, but I personally don't think that I was small before. I was 190. I would fluctuate from 190, 195, 200, and that to me, for being someone who's like 5'2", that to me was not healthy. And it didn't look good. I didn't feel good. I didn't think that I looked good, so I didn't feel like I was small before. I felt like I was overweight before, and I was having a really hard time dropping weight, like really having a hard time. Like no matter what diets I tried, no matter how much I exercised and walked and stuff, I just wasn't getting the weight off as quickly. I did hit the 30s, I'm in my 30s now, and I'm like, I think that has a reason, like a part into why I'm just not losing weight the way that I used to back in my 20s. it became really, really stressful for me. So I, you know, I appreciate someone saying that, you know, like, oh, you were small already, but I didn't feel like that I was looking my best, or I didn't feel my best. So I did, I am thankful for the medication. And as far as like diet, someone asked, like, am I dieting still, or how do I eat? Do I eat a healthy diet? I will say that I can eat pretty much anything that I want. I don't eat fried foods. Like, if I eat something fried, it's literally like, I don't know what would make me eat something fried. Maybe like Thanksgiving, or like some random Popeyes craving. But I really don't eat fried food at all. Like, I'll have like a random desire to like fry something, but that may be once or twice a year, because yeah, I just don't like the way my house smells when you fry things. So I usually just pan sear all of my food, like my meats, and I either pan sear my things or air fry. Yeah, so I don't eat fried foods. I eat balanced meals, like healthy balanced meals, essentially. Like, I'm back in the office going to work now, so now I carry my lunch. I'll carry like, sometimes I carry a wrap, or I'll carry like leftovers from like what was had at dinner the night before. And if I don't, then I just get salads or kava. I love kava. It's so good, but it's a really long walk from my job, so I kind of level it out. I'm like, well, I walked a mile there and a mile back to get the kava, so there's 2 miles, so now I can have my kava and enjoy it. So yeah, that's what I eat. I don't drink regular soda. If I drink soda, I'll drink a Olipop. Those are my favorite things in the world. Like, I love the strawberry cream, I think it is, Olipop, strawberry vanilla, something like that. It's so good. My favorite. Like, if I really want a treat, that's my treat, because it's expensive. But if I'm drinking soda or anything like that, it's diet. Like, I only drink diet drinks, diet beverages. Everything is always sugar free. And then of course plenty of water. I still drink liquid IVs in my water from time to time. Like, I'll put it in my Stanley just to make sure that I'm hydrated. Yeah, that's my diet pretty much. And then like that time of the month, I will say I do get the cravings for sweet things. Like, not sweet things, like chocolate or candy. If it's not in my house, I won't have it. But if it's somewhere in my house, like, I have 2 boys, 2 children, so if it's somewhere in my house, I will have a little piece of chocolate or something like that time of the month. Or I'll make cookies or like something random. But I don't really like guilt myself about it, because I know that I eat pretty much healthy any other time, and I usually have like maybe 2 meals a day. So if I want to have like a half a chocolate bar, I'll just do it, and I don't feel guilty or bad about it. Like I said, I've been off of the medication for 6 months, and I'm still like in that 135. I'm still like 135 to 138 every single day that I check the scale. So I think that, you know, eating less, eating smaller portions, all of that has helped me maintain the weight loss. And as far as working out, I'm not a crazy workouter. Like, I still don't go to the gym. I don't do the gym. I legit walk a lot. Like, I walk 2 to 3 miles every day. I'm going back to the office, so even when I just go to the office, I think I'm pretty much every day I go into the office, I hit like 5,000 to 6,000 steps. So I'm still like walking quite a bit. And then I also do Pilates. So I go to a studio, but it's pretty expensive, so I'll try to do the studio like twice a week. Yeah, sorry, so my camera cut out. I'm not too sure, because I had to charge it for a bit, where exactly I left off. I think I talked about food last. I can make videos of like what I eat in a day, but honestly it's really not that interesting. I eat kind of boring. I just make sure I get a lot of protein and fiber, and I do eat carbs. Like, I don't cut out carbs. Like, I can't like do diets like that. Like, I used to do like keto and all like the fad diets in the past, and they were just not great for me. So I don't diet in that way. I just really moderation and small portions. And working out, I think I might have been out working out. So I walk a lot. Like, I walk miles every day. Back in the office, I walk a lot. And then yeah, I also, you know, try to do Pilates. I do Pilates at home. Like, I sometimes go to the studio. I'll try to do like 1 to 2 classes a week, but it's pretty expensive. So sometimes if I feel like I'm trying to like cut back on the spending in any particular week, whatever, I just do it at home. There is a woman whose videos I follow. Her Pilates videos is like mat Pilates, and I follow it. And I'm telling y'all, like, it is really, really good. Like, I can feel myself working a sweat. I can feel myself really getting a lot out of those workouts. I feel sore. Like, I really feel like I'm you know, really good with just doing sometimes the Pilates like on my own. What else? So yeah, that was about the working out. And I will say overall for Wegovy, I know a lot of you guys are familiar with this, but weight loss is really mental. So it is a lot also with me praying, fasting, going to therapy, and really making sure that I'm being mindful of like where I am emotionally in regards to eating and things like that, because I did used to eat emotionally eat in the past and things like that, and just making sure that I, you know, level check with myself, level set, because there are times where, you know, you can go back to old habits. So I've been very, very mindful, and a little bit maybe too mindful, a little too nervous or too afraid of kind of gaining weight back, which is a whole other story. I will tell you guys, I made the awful mistake of I can't believe I'm even admitting this, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. So like I mentioned, I haven't been on Wegovy in months. I stopped back in January. It is now June, but there was a time, like maybe a month ago, where I felt like I had put on a lot of weight. I was just bloated, y'all, but in my mind I was like, oh my goodness, like I gained 10 pounds. I was like 143, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm putting on way too much weight. I need to get it together. What's happening? And I made the mistake of going back to Wegovy, but I don't have any low dose pins. So I took a pin, an old pin that I have, because I've still been getting my prescriptions. So I took one, but it was like 2.4 milligram. Mind you, I have no more semaglutide in my system. I stopped taking it in January. It's been months, baby. And I took a pen, and I was violently ill, like literally violently ill, like throwing up, diarrhea, the gambit. I went to the emergency room because I couldn't stop throwing up. I would drink water and it would come up. So that was crazy for me. Like, I never felt like that before. But that was my final confirmation, like, you're done, you're off of this medication, like there's no going back. So for me, that was a mental thing I need to like walk through and work through, and I'm just being very candid, because the medicine does not help with, like, if you have like actual like eating disorders, or if you have negative mindsets towards foods, because I even went back to a negative mindset where it's like I looked at the scale and I'm like, oh no, and I freaked out and did something that I shouldn't have done. Like, I took a 2.4 milligram injection when I've been off of the medicine for some months now. So yeah, just be mindful of that if you know, really struggle with weight and overeating and things like that, or even body image, because like, yeah, I gained weight, but I didn't look like I did. But in my mind, it was some body dysmorphia going on, because I was like, oh no, like I was bloated, and I just was like feeling like panicked and nervous. But I won't make that mistake again. I just wanted to be candid that, you know, along with taking Wegovy, along with all the things that you're working on, eating better, give yourself some grace, give yourself some kindness, give yourself some love, because, you know, you're gonna transform. Like, I'll be honest, like, if you have the experience that I've had, you're going to transform. I've never seen myself in this body before. I've never seen myself this size. Maybe I haven't been this small since maybe junior high school. So this, to me, I feel like a different person. I am ecstatic. I love my body. I'm happy in the way that I look, the way I fit clothes, like all the things. Like, I get to wear the things that I've always wanted to wear, figuring out my own personal style. Like, it's a good time. So, you know, it's a balance of not getting freaked out, not getting nervous if you do, you know, mess up or eat too much, or, you know, start to gain any weight or whatever. It's all overall, you know, transformation of the mind and body and just everything. You know, so I just will say, be warned by that, because you are going to transform, and you're going to want to cling to this new found body, People like, oh my god, I don't want to lose this body. That's how I feel sometimes. But it serves as motivation to make sure that you don't overeat, to make sure you don't go back, because I know like the common thread, some people were like, oh, as soon as you get off of it, you're gonna gain the weight back, so it doesn't even matter. I am determined, okay, not to let that happen. So making sure that my mindset is changed and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna make mistakes, and you probably will too, because we're human and we're flawed. But yeah, like I'm very prayerful, very watchful, and mindful of what I'm doing, how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, and how I'm eating. So that is my journey with Wegovy, and that is my final chapter, my final update for you all. So thank you for anyone who has been following this journey, who watched the videos and have seen me, you know, transform basically over these past 3 or 4 videos. Very, very happy and very thankful for the experience, and thankful for Wegovy. I've had a positive experience, and I'm thankful that I qualified for it, and I took the risk, and I didn't listen to the naysayers. And I am blessed and highly favored. I'm healthy, okay? I'm not claiming any illness or sickness or long-term effects. I'm good. All the blood work, I stayed up on the blood work. Everything came, like they would check my liver, my kidneys, all the good stuff. Everything was fine. Everything continues to be fine. And yeah, that's my journey with Wegovy. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section, and I will be interacting and responding there. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, stay blessed. Bye.